What's the best egg replacer for vegan pancakes? In one corner, we have banana pancakes from BBC GoodFood, and their opponent today is Flaxseed Pancakes from Mary's Test Kitchen. Both recipes are highly rated and are designed to give maximum fluffiness, but which one will come out on top? As always, my wife will be the judge when she gives her honest review based on a completely blind taste test. Helping her today will be our pet pigeon Geordie, because why not? BBC GoodFood versus Mary's Test Kitchen. Flaxseed versus banana. It's everything to play for and no time to waste. So let's make a big stack of pancakes and cook for my vegan wife. We'll start with the banana pancakes, and quite fittingly, that starts with an actual banana. We'll mash that up with a fork, and I need to find my method here because jamming it straight down isn't doing anything at all. There we go. Side of the wall. That's the one. That's how we do it. Cool. Once that's all mushed into a paste, we need to add some more ingredients. A little pinch of salt, some vegetable oil, and some golden caster sugar. Now, caster sugar is basically just sugar, but smaller, which obviously means I couldn't find it in Slovenia for some reason. So we got to make it ourselves in this tiny food processor. And this should be easy, but this happened. We're gonna have to get radical with this. Let's tilt it on its side there, give it a shake, get some mondo angles on this thing. Okay, cool. I don't think I can get it much better than that. Also, I suspect the only reason why we need to use baker's sugar here is because it'll probably help it melt quicker. So we'll give that a quick whisk, then we'll go back and make some more homemade ingredients because I also couldn't find self-rising flour. But luckily, the GoodFood website also has a recipe for that, and self-raising or self-rising flour is basically just flour with added baking powder. So we'll throw that into the mixture, and then we need to add in additional baking powder on top of this. Whisk that together, make a little well in the center, and then gradually add in soy milk until it's all fully combined. And that's basically it. It's a nice texture, it looks good. So we'll take this over to the pan and fry them in a little vegetable oil. And this is very satisfying, so let's just watch this with some nice music. And I gotta say, a stack of these looks delicious, mouth-wateringly good. But can they compete with flaxseed? So this next recipe is quite scientific. We need to have chilled flour in a chilled bowl. So this goes in the fridge, and I think it's very important to blunk the camera on the way out. Okay, so that's been chilling for an hour or so. We'll add in a bold amount of flax seeds, some baking powder, some regular sugar, a nice pinch of salt, and then whisk that all together. Now we need to use either vegetable shortening or coconut oil. And when I made the French toast, I promised the coconut oil that I'd use it when I got the chance. And this also needs to be chilled. In the video, Mary's Test Kitchen uses vegetable shortening, and it's just one big block that she uses a pastry knife or suggests two knives held together to cut it into the flour mixture until it's pea-sized. Now you saw me scraping this out with a fork, and it's tiny, so I'll go through the motions and use the two knives for a few seconds, but I don't really know what effect it's going to have. Next, the original recipe calls for 1 1/4 cup of soy milk, but I halved this recipe, so it's 5/8 of a cup of soy milk. And according to ChatGPT, that's 147.86 mils, so I'll round that up to 148 mils of soy milk. Anyway, in that goes with a little bit of vanilla extract and then just a quick whisk without overdoing it. These go into a preheated pan, and she says you can tell when it's hot enough if you splash some water in and it evaporates, which is a nice little tip. I never knew that before. She's also going to test the non-stickness of my non-stick pan here because there's no oil or anything here. You just completely raw dog it. That's what she said. And you know what? It works great and it's equally as satisfying. So let's play that track one more time and just enjoy the rise. And these also look absolutely fantastic. This is going to be tough to decide which one is better, but there's only one person I trust who can make that decision, and that's my delectable wife.
Okay, I'm going to try them first. They're very fluffy. They taste nice as well. Also, he's just trying blueberries, which are safe for pigeons. It tastes like a little bit sweet, but not like overwhelmingly so, like this, the way that pancakes, I guess, would taste. It's really good. It's very like spongy. I like the texture a lot. They also look really pretty. They're really nice. Like, I mean, I think that I don't really like plain pancakes like this. But I think with toppings it'd be great. I don't know if I love the texture of the seeds inside. That would be my only thing. It's not a bad thing. The texture isn't bad. It's just, for me, the bits of flax seeds isn't great. I like banana pancakes. I don't really taste banana here. I really like banana. They're kind of similar in texture. Maybe they're a bit softer. They're a bit less spongy. They're a bit like more fluffy, soft. The banana pancakes that I've had in the past were kind of like thick and stodgy, but they're very fluffy. Like really, really nice. Like they would be nice with toppings, but they're nice without toppings. They're a bit more dense and they're a bit fluffier and lighter. I like both. I'd be happy to have both at any point in time, but I prefer them. Everyone likes this on pancakes, but they kind of absorb it better. This is just it kind of just flew down. So they don't really taste anything that different, but they kind of like maybe 7 or 8 out of 10, and then like 9.5 out of 10. From up here.
They're very good. They're very light. They're unmistakably banana-y though.
Yeah. If you don't like banana, maybe not.
I don't think I've had a better banana pancake than this. Because you're right, they are normally thick and stodgy and
they're like
gluey.
Dense.
Yeah, they're not a pancake, they're just mush. Whereas these ones are like really light and fluffy. Yeah, you can really see the flax seeds in there. But other than that, they actually are pretty good. Like,
yeah, they are good.
They're interesting. I feel like these would do better if you were to use like whole wheat flour, something like that, and kind of make them into a healthy one.
Yeah.
They're not healthy, but they're pretending to be healthy. They're cosplaying.
If you actually made this healthy, it would make sense to have flax seeds in.
Yeah, but they're still good.
If you had to choose between those two options, those are better. And unless you don't like banana, then this is a good second option.
Yeah. So,
but if you're okay with banana taste, this is better texture, definitely.
Maybe you don't need an egg replacer at all.
Wait until next week to find out.
Next week, I'm going to share my personal recipe for pancakes. No egg replacement.
So if you like this video, like and share and subscribe. And
turn on notifications for next week's video as well.
Yeah, to see the actual best pancakes. Because they really are. Not biased, just truth.
Thanks for watching and check out other videos as well.
And just a disclaimer, because Jordy's here with food and he was pecking at it, pigeons actually carry almost no diseases. So he's very clean. He's like a little clean cat boy. So don't be worried about our health.